long as I'm on the bench fixing tools, let's find out what's wrong with that piece of crap. This thing is less than 6 months old. Being the impatient sort, I'm not going to send it in for warranty, but something's going on in the hammer. Sometimes it stalls, sometimes it doesn't. So there's something in this mechanism that either broke or came loose. So it's something in the reciprocating monkey motion of the ocean and the heat of the meat that's causing us some grief. So let's get it apart and see what the hell's wrong with this piece of crap. Okay, so after we got the rubber condom off, we split the case, and it looks like the motor and the reciprocating section are as one. They're bolted in from the back, so we're going to pull it out, leave the motor on its wires, and disconnect the motor from the recip. But I can turn it about this far, and I can feel it binding up, and I can barely get past it. So something's come loose in there. Let's dig a little deeper and pop this motor off and separate the reciprocating mechanism. It's got a nice investment casting underneath that condom, so that was kind of nice to find out it wasn't all plastic. This is a Chinese made. Milwaukee is sending all their stuff to China. So and they've done a lot of value engineering here, maybe a little too much. This is not like the Milwaukee of old. So let's go get a little farther into this piece of junk and see how we get along. Okay, so now we've separated the electricals from the mechanicals, and the motor's got a hypoid type gear in there. There's a ring gear down inside over on this side here, and I'm sure that's a bearing cover for it of some type. So let's get in a little deeper. I see the crankshaft in there, and I see some type of connecting rod, and I might see a little bit of mayhem down in there too. I don't know. Let's get it apart and find out what went amiss in here. Let's see if this case will split now, which it is. Now I'm going to try it screw side up, make sure nothing's coming with it. Looks pretty good. Just 2 screws. That's all I was expecting. There's an ample supply of lube in there, unused. All that white grease is unused. But let's see if we can see what went amiss in here. Oh, there's a piece of something right there. Something's loose in there banging around. Oh, it's this thrust bearing. That piece there was loose right there. I'm not sure what that went to. Oh, maybe a guide for this of some type. Oh, it fits right over that. So I'm guessing that was some type of guide for this. And it's intended to slide in and out on something here. Maybe some kind of metal guide plate or something. There's your guide plate. Made out of metal. And broken. Snapped right there. So that connected to something else. I need to find the rest of it. There's the rest of it over on the other side. This was intended to be right there and guide that arm straight in and out. So we lost this and this roller in the rest of this assembly. So that's why all this was banging around and the blade wasn't holding straight and everything else. So junk. All right, thanks a lot, Milwaukee, for another pile of crap. Your reputation is shot in my eyes. All right, that thing's done. Okay, so here it is apart. The piece that actually failed. This is one half of the cage here, bolts into the main case half. And here's the other side. And this was intended to be a guide for two of these little bushings for the sliding arm. And you can see the profile of it there on top, very thin, and it just fatigued and broke. I'm sure this is a hardened piece because that's not a roller bearing, that's just a kind of a bushing or just a round piece of stock that's intended to slide back and forth in there. So two of those are supposed to guide that that rod. So Milwaukee, thank you very much, but I think you can keep your consumer and homeowner grade products and quit marketing them as professional duty, because I've been inside a real Sawzall from the 70s and I still have it to this good day. This thing lasted 6 months. Ridiculous. So Milwaukee, you can kiss my ass. I'm not buying another thing off of you guys.